So here we go, guys. We got this thing spick and span. Hit it up with the pressure cleaner. Me and my buddy Square Body Eric, we came over, put some time in. He actually took the engine that was in here originally, so we made some space at the same time as making some progress. There was a lot of crud under here. Decided to delete the inner wheel wells because the battery had pretty much tore that side up. The ABS is gonna get deleted. We did a little quick cover up job after freaking letting it dry. We're gonna hit it up with some freaking turbo paint from Rust-Oleum, and then I'm gonna swap out the upper control arms because, as you can see, these things are pretty well beat, and I don't feel like just putting rubber ones. So the uppers will go on here. I'm gonna be swapping out the engine mount pads for some solid ones. I'm probably gonna change out the what's this called? The steering, as well as the steering box that I took off the Caprice. I know this side's pretty much foobar, the outer tie rod, but that could be changed. And then this thing came out pretty clean. Spent pretty much all morning getting this done. ABS is going to get deleted because we're going to end up putting I want to put a manual handbrake for the front brakes. This thing's going to be hard to swing, period, just because it's so freaking big donkey-ish. And we're not going to have the same power as the Rusty Bullet, nowhere near the same amount of power as the Rusty Bullet, even though I had it turned down pretty well. But yeah, here's basically the remnants of the inner fender. I couldn't get it off, so these bolts were pretty much wasted, so we just hit it up with the Sawzall. And I think we're gonna just run with the billets for now, with the Eagle billets. And it's got some chunky needles on it. Might be a little bit hard, the 275s. Might be a little hard to get them to pop, but pull out the harness, and it cleaned up real well. Got up under there, tried to hit up the differential as much as I could as well. And Eric went ham on the spray paint, as you can see, with the turbo. And we just did a quick cover of what we had here, which was pretty crazy. I mean, it was nasty. He was covered in crap, I was covered in crap. I mean, the floor is probably covered in crap, but I don't know, I don't see it. I guess it just got broke down, but it's super clean. The firewall came out super clean. A little bit of overspray here, a little bit of overspray there. I mean, I'm not building this car to be a freaking a show car, in no means, but it will be a presentation of what I can build with the LT, and I want you guys to see that. Yeah, that's what we ended up doing. I'm going to delete the ABS. Probably what's next is going to be, I want to swap out these pads so that I can go on ahead and more than likely drop in the motor, but I can't drop in the motor, as the motor, I have to pull off the pad in order to put some drains for the oil, which I'm going to use some Motion Raceworks pieces. Here's where the other motor was. Don't have that no more. So this is the LT that's going in our car. I mean, it's pretty nice. So it's a 355. We're trying to find it. Should be here. Here we are. These are, you can see it right there off the port. LE2 from my buddy Brad. Like I told you, this is where the donation car came from, which the 6 speed came from as well. So I gotta basically pull off the oil pan, end up pulling off the oil pan, and somewhere on the side there figure out where the hell I'm gonna put a freaking drain. I'm not real fond of this oil pan setup, so I might go to a stock one. What else? This is gonna come off. No more Opti Spark. This is gonna get a cam sensor up front from that 24X kit, and we're gonna be running a Holley EFI. It's gonna be a Holley EFI, basically running off of LS coils, LS ignition, and it's gonna have a 24X pickup on the crank in the front and a 1X pickup on the camshaft in the front as well. And we're all going to be powering this up with a Terminator X, no Max, due to the fact that it's getting a T56. Getting a T56 is going to get a pretty heavy clutch. Get the hell out of there! Shh. Hey, shh. Out. And I don't need the Max, so these guys just don't stop. Hey, what are you doing? So this is what we're gonna do. 5.7 liter meter beater, and we're gonna get this rolling. Gotta change out that mount. As you can see, it's all bent up. It's not loose, but it's bent up. I'll probably sell that oil pan. I don't know. I don't need all that stuff. I'll end up probably, more than likely, I'll probably end up selling the oil pan, putting the factory oil cooler back onto this thing, and that'll pretty much do it. So just wanted you guys to get a little preview. Gotta knock a new pilot bearing into it, bushing into the ass end of this crane as well. I need to get this motor off the floor because it's not what I wanted to have it, but at the present time being, she's holding true off the floor. And yeah, so that's the little update for the wagon. I'm trying to give you guys content on it without jabbering too much. Hopefully soon I can give you guys like a time-lapse video of me doing something to this thing, or us doing something to this thing, because I got like I said, I got my buddy Eric, and I also got my buddy Josh coming in from Denver. Hopefully we can get something hammered out with this. That's why I need to get that oil pan sorted out, which I really don't need. Here we go. I got this guy right here, which is pretty much a cam bearing failure, and I never brought it back. This is a stock 30,000 mile engine with a cam bearing failure, so I'm gonna need to pull off that clamshell, and that's pretty much it. But this is my little parts engine, and yeah, so you guys stay tuned. I probably will be doing a video, hopefully doing a video with the putting the engine in. But like I said, the oil pan and the drains need to get handled as well.